Hello everyone, Digfig here, and welcome back to some more Horizon Zero Dawn. We left off just down here in this Zero Dawn production building so far. Still just trying to figure out and piece things together and get all the lore. Digging it. Guy's got 5 traps on, it's ridiculous. What's up, dude? They didn't hear the door opening?
Eclipse. They're here.
Avoid contact.
Lines look good.
Gaia. It's up there. 2nd floor.
Can you reach it?
So much for avoiding contact.
Throw down, girl. I mean, you got this. You're not that hard to kill. Got him. Come around on me. Face somewhere else. Why would I avoid contact though? Like they're not. Okay, that's a few more. Tag them all. Help myself out here. Damn it, stop moving, you little shit. Oh, I'm on fire. My world is on fire.
Structural failure prevents access.
You will.
Critical failure prevents access. What? Chew. Chew up. A medical herb a little. Gotcha, finally. You're on
That's
fire.
the last of them.
Alert. H1 structural failure. Repeat.
Or not.
I don't want to be here anymore. I've got to be running low on arrows. These quick snapshots just don't work. I mean, I'm landing shots on the big guys, so it's not like totally. But this guy is a damn ninja, and he's like fire resistant. Like, get out of here
Room's
with
clear.
that shit.
For a moment, anyway.
Then get moving. You have to find Gaia.
I have to do anything. It's most certainly Gaia versus that other team. These definitely fighting each other. Just loot up there. Really don't want to miss any calling cards, but maybe this is one of those games that's like when they emphasize haste, they actually emphasize haste and don't be like, actually, you can stop and take your time. Which hasn't been the case so far in other areas.
Hello, I'm Margot Shen, and this is Hephaestus. As the name might tip you off, this is going to be the subordinate function that Gaia will use to make lots and lots of robots. Her personal forge. Except, it's not that simple. So you probably noticed that only about a third of you are robotics engineers. The rest, experts in machine cognition, virtual heuristics, that stuff. Well, that's because we aren't going to be the ones designing and building robots. The last thing we want is to burden Gaia with a bunch of outmoded 21st century designs. Waste of time. Our purpose is to empower Gaia to build the robots, and not just build, imagine, from scratch. Any robot she needs for any conceivable purpose, designed and fabricated at a snap of a finger. Hers. Her finger. So, Hephaestus isn't really the forge. It's more like the knowledge of craft and ingenuity of a mastersmith to wield the hammer. Encoded as software. Virtual creativity made real. Gaia's already learning. In simulation, she's doing some very creative things with fractal assembly and animal morphologies. Her designs aren't about to win the Liam Prize anytime soon, but hey, everyone has to start somewhere. So, yes, time to get started. Let's do this.
I don't get it.
Which part? It's a little technical in places.
If Gaia was designed to save life, why would the robots it makes attack people?
Perhaps it loves some forms of life more than others.
The derangement. The machines weren't always so angry.
True. Mostly they were docile until 10, 15 years ago.
For years, Hephaestus has been forcing cauldrons to make aggressive machines. I've seen it myself, in the cauldrons. Stalkers, Ravagers, the Thunderjaw. How could it do that? And why?
Why indeed?
She finally realized we're a fucking plague. Or we're bad for the people, for the world. This wouldn't be the first time games have played that. Full steam ahead. Margot, if you doubted your brilliance in the slightest, I wouldn't have picked you as the I can't pronounce that word. Alpha. You need to stop worrying about your age and the communication style. You are who you are, have confidence in yourself, and you know what you are doing. Case in point, the latest draft of your plan for the construction of stocking of bootstrap silos to store raw materials is excellent. This, combined with your design for the AM Foundry core and the Foundry site selection plan, add up to a comprehensive plan. It is time to start construction. One detail: consult with Ayo Miko before you finalize the silo inventories. First the name of word I can't pronounce. She even said it, but I just can't remember it. First task will be to fabricate the robots that will construct the waveform broadcast towers Minera will use to transmit the deactivation codes. So any exotic materials needed for the towers should be accounted for in the inventory plan. That's very smart. You have one goal. The very first thing is make sure she can do her first job, deactivating all the things that are going to try and kill her. It's incredibly important. What is that piece? Piece of something. Okay, what am I trying to do is make sense of this room. We've got... Those are the fabricator arm things that were in the places. I mean, they have to try and make these things last 1,000 years. That's ridiculous. Simulation results. Wow, you weren't kidding about Gaia's predilection for animal morphology. Sure, not totally unexpected given the rough natural terrain her bots will have to navigate, but I agree that there's something deeper going on here. Her designs aren't just functional, they feel almost like, well, tributes to the world that comes to mind. As though she's already mourning for their loss, and not just the disappearing fauna or our time, but creatures from fossil record too. References to megafauna in some of her designs too. Megafauna? I don't know, I'm bad with these words. Way bigger than anything I use in an everyday life. But whenever Gaia thinks up, Titus will empower her to build it. Yeah, I just wish we could still be around a century or two to see what she makes. Makes a lot of cool shit, I'll give her that. But you are correct. It does certainly seem like she's paying homage. Or it's just like... It's not even homage, probably. It's literally just natural selection and stuff, right? Like... Nature... The original Gaia of evolution and nature is...
I've seen these shapes before. In cauldrons.
But of course, the birthing places of Gaia's machines.
But as I was saying, it's like... Those simulations are basically what nature is actually doing. Just these repeat cycles to make it better, better, and better, and weed out what's bad.
I might need these.
And you would assume it would come out to basically the same end. At some point, she would reach those same assumptions, hypothesis. Like it would balance out that way naturally to just be the same. I want to go up here. I feel like there's a lot I didn't explore. Find the entrance to Sobek's office. gonna be super salty if I'm stuck here. Not gonna lie, game. This isn't okay. My original statement was gonna be super salty if I... Okay, we got out. If I just happen to choose the right direction, it updates the quest log. There's all this other stuff I could have explored down below. Well, you know what? While we're down here, I'm gonna go back out and explore the other way. Oh, there is no other way. Nope. I can't get through this other door over here, right? No, I cannot yet. Okay. Well, that makes a wee bit more sense. Just a wee bit more sense. Well, run back all the way around everything. Get back up there. Don't get stuck behind the stairs again, because that was dangerous. And also, don't fall off the railing when you didn't exactly mean to.
I think this is it. Elizabeth Sobek's office. But it's sealed off. There's got to be a way inside. More Eclipse.
Careful now.
Oh, aren't we always careful? That's why we just use fire arrows and stealth suits and never really actually put myself in too much danger, except for the few deaths I've had. I mean, I could have accessed a lot of her data through the wall. Anyone in this room I need to be weary of? No?
Welcome to Apollo, the collective memory of the human species and the wellspring of knowledge for future generations. I am Samina Ebaji. Until recently, I was director of the International Collective Memory Institute in New Tehran. As a heritage professional, I devoted my career to the preservation of human knowledge, creative endeavor, and cultural achievement. Apollo is, therefore, the ultimate embodiment of a lifelong passion, albeit under the very worst circumstances imaginable. The challenges before us are immense. Specifically, we will have to design and implement 4 major initiatives simultaneously. First, the construction of data repositories in cradle facilities around the world ensuring redundancy. Second, the collection and processing of a projected 180 million discrete data entries. 42 zettabytes of data in Mandarin, English, Spanish, and Arabic. Third, the transferal and encoding of all that data onto DNA encapsulated in synthetic fossils. The only medium capacious and durable enough to safeguard it without degradation for the centuries to come. And last, but not least, the development of the holographic interface and gamified curricula, by which future humans will commune with Apollo, progressively unlocking heuristic learning modules, leveling up their knowledge and skills they will need to take control of the terraforming system. That is the future towards which all of our efforts will be directed. Not just the preservation of the past, but the seed for the flourishing of a new tree of knowledge. Welcome, and let us begin.
Can I get one? Please? You know how much people would kill for that in this game? Encapsulated DNA. And the winner is Encapsulated DNA. Over the past 10 days, I have performed an excessive review of data storage solutions, magnetic, optical, quantum, even the Eternity tech that FAS was shilling a year or so ago. Every other solution has one or more fatal shortcomings: too heavy to transport, too massive to install, too allocated space, too power intensive over the centuries, too prone to failure past 300 to 400 years, etc., etc. Encapsulated DNA will easily hold 40 plus zettabytes. Where projected for Apollo, there are still many details to finalize. Of course, to start with, we need to select the inert material in which we will embed the molecules already testing 16 candidate materials as well as designing and fabricating the power systems and sealed reactors that will keep the DNA at negative 18 degrees C for 1,000 plus years. So long as I assure you that I didn't factor into my decisions, may I confess that I deem it entirely fitting, indeed preposterous, that we will using the very building blocks of life to preserve human knowledge from mechanical extinction? Question mark. It's not just ironic, but heroic. Life as the hero, beating back the forces of oblivion. In any case, much to do until next time. It is ironic that we're using DNA, the building blocks of life, to, again, like she said, preserve them, to beat back machines and preserve the knowledge of all humans. Not even beat back, but just to outsmart and outlast the machines. Data point. Apollo update. Over the past 2 months, the full benefit of our procurement of the procurement of a copy of the Homer archive from far zenith has made itself known, and as a result, all of Apollo's key deliverables are on schedule. Apollo has already surpassed 40 million discrete data entries and continuing to grow. The physical science modules are effectively complete, with the soft science modules close behind. World history, cultural data, media archives, and also on schedule. Language preservation is wrapping up a bit ahead of schedule due to falling short of our goal to preserve 4,500 languages. I suppose the tragic early loss of Papua New Guinea doomed that goal from the onset. With attendant criteria development about to begin. Speaking of the heuristic curricula, they are performing well in testing, with children and adolescents demonstrating high levels of engagement and trust in the heuristical and Erasmus personnel. Aspisa, I can't say those words. Personality. I find them highly engaging, especially when they debate. I wish half of my professors had been so entertaining. Peace be with you. They're developing AI and just the data repository, which is what they talked about doing. Can I get in here and stealth strike some of these guys? That'd be great. I don't know what's up with this guy's shit. He's dead now. That's all I gotta say about that. I don't really want the medical pouch. I want to search the blue guy. I want to sneak on out of here without getting noticed. Sneak around to someone else and stab them in the throat. I don't even care if it's actually the throat, but just kind of stab them a little. This guy right here be a great candidate for the stabbing.
This is it.
What? You see me? Doesn't seem like you see me.
Someone's out there killing us! Look! He's getting picked off!
What? You're getting picked off? I don't think so. I think you're making it up, my friend. What? Something about a Nora guy. Or a Nora girl. I think that's what you actually meant there, buddy. Oh, hey, look at you sneaking up behind me with that fancy crossbow of yours.
Once more.
In what should have been a cave of wonders. Look around. See if anything is left.
Came in from over here, right?
Welcome to Apollo.
You did. Shut up. I already heard you. I appreciate you for reintroducing yourself when I entered the room. Oh, what a weird room to interact with. And there's so many nooks and crannies. Why would you do this for me? Just don't see any interactions over there. It's all the bodies. I need to get rid of the bodies. Just get a super clear view of what I'm looking at.
No space.
Don't want to loot everything. I can't loot everything, to be honest. Anything left? If I was gonna make something left, I'd put it up here, right? No, maybe not. Ah, I would put it up here. There's an audio log too.
Dr. Sobek, please archive this testimonial in Apollo. Cross-reference to all mentions of my name and Operation Enduring Victory. My name is General Aaron Harris. From 2060 to 2066, I served as the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, the highest-ranked officer of the United States Armed Forces. The tenure of my command included strategic planning and oversight of Operation Enduring Victory, a falsehood perpetrated on the civilian populations of the United States and other nations during the last 14 months of life on this planet. Before the Pharaoh Plague, I did my job and did it well. I was bold and decisive, crafty in political maneuvers. It wasn't an accident that I rose to my position and became the commander of the largest mechanized force ever assembled. But to what end? My only lasting achievement was the extinction of life on Earth. And my one redeeming act, if any, was to delay that extinction by days or weeks, by throwing more death at it. It is my hope that there will be no need for men like me in the world to come. If you are one of the people of that future world listening to this message, please know that I am sorry and that I wish you well. Sincerely, Aaron Harris.
Got his final piece in, I guess, right? And he did what needed to be done, no matter how horrible it must have been, and something to be said that it actually affected him, it seems like, and wasn't just doing it. Strength, man, that's just nuts. It's just, it's catastrophic in so many ways. But either way, everyone, we are out of time for this episode. I really do appreciate y'all stopping by and checking it out. We'll pick this up in the next one, but do all the YouTube stuff like, subscribe, comment, bell notification, watch all the content front to back. Number one thing you can do to help a YouTuber. And I will see you all in the next episode. Dig Fig out! Let's straight into a yawn. It's 6 o'clock in the morning. I've been up all night long.